And there is a game here that I'm looking, because on ESPN, you go to their little thing and it says tickets as low as $114. And that's for the Miami Dolphins in week 2, where they're playing them at home.
That's the home opener.
Yeah, the Niners actually start their first 3 games outside of that Rams are all at home.
That's not good.
It's not?
September and October in Levi's?
Yeah, stack them early, baby.
No, the Niners have the last few years tried to do as many road games in the first half of the year as possible.
You sound like someone that has not
toasty. It's a little toasty.
Are you kidding me?
Global warming,
Palm Springs might be cooler than like the south end zone of a Levi's game in September.
You think they could prepare now by scheduling all their home white jerseys?
We're not the Dolphins, dude. We're going to wear home whites.
They are playing the Dolphins in week 2. So they better be wearing It's September 20th, the Indian summer.
Listen to what we're saying.
Is that politically correct?
Because of the stadium that you built, which literally is on the face of the sun. Damn it. The schedule got released and we've got too many home games to start the season because the weather is too warm because you built a stadium that doesn't protect your fans from the heat or the players. Listen to what we just said. And we're talking about building lemons. I almost want to play the Bob Myers sound on results. This was Bob Myers yesterday because now I'm getting to results. The results of the stadium are in.
Can we play my game first, please?
No, I don't want to play the game. I'm here. No, we're here. We're talking about September and October heat at Levi Stadium and how we don't want them to schedule it because they built the worst possible location ever with the worst architecture.
Well,
what are we doing?
We're here. Fine. We'll put the game on the back burner. Steiny and Goo will play with us. 9:45.
Joe,
America was getting closed down. Maybe they could have, I don't know. Something could change there.
All right, just keep going on the schedule then. Just keep going. Keep going.
You want to go to Bob Myers? Let's hear him. On the Jared McCain trade. That's what they were talking about.
Listen, I'm gonna tie it in.
Okay, tie it in. I'll play the long version. We'll play all of it. Bob Myers, weird seeing him sit down at a Philadelphia 76ers presser after they fired President of Basketball Operations Daryl Morey. This is Bob talking about the search and what needs to get done moving forward.
Well, I'm not going to, I like Daryl. I'm not going to disparage Daryl here today. I think he did a fine job, and I think he's a good person. And what I will say to your question, and I understand why you asked it, is that what I will tell you is that was a few months ago. Right now we have the 22nd pick. Our job is to get that right. We have 3 second-round picks from it. I know you're not criticizing or just asking a question. We should be graded on the ultimate result of transactions like that. But I understand I made draft picks where we got an F right away, 10 minutes after the draft, F. And I was like, how do they know it's an F? I mean, we guys didn't even play it. But your job and everybody's job is to react. I totally understand that. Our job is to make a trade. There'll be a reaction. It'll be positive or negative, but that trade isn't done. And our job is to make sure that on our end of the trade, we do a good job with drafting the best player at 22.
All right. So the line that I want to stick on, we should be graded on the ultimate transactions and the results from those like that. 12 years later, after opening the stadium, the schedule gets released. And I'm thinking about stadium and location and how it might screw up the start of the year for my $10 billion team. So now that I ask you that question, they should be graded, the Niners. Let's talk about the Niners for a second here. They should be graded by this ultimate transaction. You built a stadium. You moved an hour south. Stadium gets released 12 years later, and you're like, too many home games in September and October. How would you grade the transaction of Levi Stadium? You just hosted the Super Bowl.
Well, see, you've hosted 2 Super Bowls.
Okay.
So is it a total failure?
Why do I care if I'm a season ticket holder and I haven't won anything? Why do I care? I'm asking, why should I care?
Hold on. The fans will say, like you're diehard San Francisco, the fans will say it's an F. The owner and the guys collecting the checks.
He's made A+ money.
He'll say it's been a home run, slam dunk.
Sure.
So that's where the disconnect is. But I'm with you. The fan experience, if I'm paying money to go there, Joe, not even for the games. I just mentioned the concerts. If I'm going to a concert there in September, I am dying of the heat. I'm hoping the sun's going to go down sooner rather than later. Yeah, it's been an F from the fans. Unless you're sitting in the shade or in a box, it's not a fun time.
So Oracle Park, the transaction of creating Oracle Park and going from Candlestick to Oracle Park, which is AT&T, SBC, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Has that been a financial windfall for the Giants ownership?
It's been a slam dunk.
Okay. What about for the fan experience?
It's been a slam dunk.
A+, right?
Yeah.
Right? Making money hand over fist.
Yes.
Chase Center. I think this one's a little more in the middle. And what I mean by that is that I think they've made a lot of money off Chase Center ownership.
Oh, they have.
Okay.
I like the location. I like where it's at.
I like Chase Center. Not fully in love with it the way that I am Oracle. It's different because it's basketball.
Yeah.
It's going to be different. It's not as unique. I think Golden One is a little better. And I like Chase Center.
I like the aesthetics of Golden One when I walk in and how open everything is. I do like Chase Center. Everything's all new, cutting edge. When I'm sitting down and
it's beautiful.
The environment is there, it does present very well.
That Jumbotron
It's
in and
great.
out is freaking incredible.
It's great. And I do like...
But a part of me does miss a little of the Oracle experience.
I'm with
And the
you.
location for a lot of East Bay people isn't great.
But as we know with basketball stadiums, and you're going to see this more with baseball too, as the A's are moving to Vegas and you're seeing all the renderings there, it's becoming more about the gathering before leading up to it too. Again,
they nailed the outdoors.
Something that Levi's does not have.
No.
The gathering, and tailgate's a big thing. That is something that they've created in Thrive City, which is great. It's like a party over there now.
So if it's A+ for the money for the owners,
Yeah.
I think it's B+ for the fans.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to grade. If Oracle's an A+, and baseball's different because it can have a unique design.
Yes.
I really like
Oracle's also hard to compare because it is on the short list of must go to stadiums in this country.
Oh, it was incredible.
It's the slang. Like there are few other ballparks or stadiums in general. It's literally that one and then PNC Park in Pittsburgh, and both of those have waterfronts.
Sure.
Yes.
My mom went to Valhalla, Chase Center the other night, and she actually ran into Willard and Dibbs.
Oh, nice.
And went over and said hi to them.
That's awesome.
She loves Chase Center,
Yeah.
right? And she says the Valkyrie games are more like old Oracle than the Warrior games. So from her, and I haven't been to a Valkyrie game. I've only been to Warrior games. So for her, it's like an A- experience to go to a game.
It's interesting you say that because I was thinking the same thing when we were talking about the experience at Chase. It is a different experience compared to Warriors games when you go to
totally
Valkyries. It is.
She says totally different.
The fans, the intensity, all of it, the in-game entertainment, how they present around. Like, I might enjoy the Valkyries experience a little bit better than the Warriors.
Would you agree?
Which is kind of crazy.
The Thrive City element really it goes up. I think the outdoor kind of promenade, whatever it's Thrive City.
Yeah.
That area is incredible. Well, they hit a grand slam with the food and everything. Like they freaking nailed that.
And also when it is the Valkyries too, dude, I went to the merch just to go to the store over there.
Yeah.
Line, like you have to get there like during the game.
Yeah,
the line
crazy.
is insane.
It's crazy.
This is during Valkyries, not Warriors,
Yeah, it's
mind
crazy.
you. Valkyries store.
$130 sweatshirts.
Well, we're not going to talk about that, but they're making hand over fist with that.
So and then I get to now when the Warriors schedule comes out or the Giants schedule comes out, do we go, Giants home opener in March? Oh my God!
No, we said that's awesome. They're playing
the weather.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be too cold for them? Now you do for other places like Philly and New York. Like that is a real thing because of the actual elements of that particular region.
Sure.
Levi Stadium is the only local venue where you're like, oh my God. We've got. Read it off to me. How many September and October games?
All right. So you open in Australia, then you're back home.
Open in Australia. The only place on the planet that might be slightly hotter than Santa Clara in the middle of September and October might be Australia.
I'm almost positive they have like the hottest like temperatures in Earth history. Sunday, September 20th against the Dolphins at
So that's
Levi
one.
Stadium. The next week,
2
against the Cardinals.
Okay.
The next week against the Broncos.
3.
So that's 3 right there, right off the bat.
Then you get a Monday nighter, thank God.
Monday nighter, so it's going to be cooler against Washington, and then you're not back until November 8th against the Raiders off a bye. What's up?
Really quick, average temperature in Melbourne, Australia in September is apparently 64 degrees, according to this.
We'll be chilling.
Well, remember, guys, they're in the south hemisphere, so their winter and summer is flipped.
Back to geography.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah. So, when we're in summer, they're in winter. So we're going to be going there in summer, and it's going to be winterish there.
Average temperature for a Sunday 49er game in September and October, it's got to be like 88 degrees.
No, it's hot. Yeah. If it's just sunny during winter time in that stadium at 125, I'm cooking.
Dude.
The sun hits different over here, Joe.
What was the Cardinal game a couple years ago where it was over 100? And
it was toasty.
I gave my uncle the tickets. And
is that the one where Kyler said deuces?
Yes.
And they won?
And he said that people were having like heat strokes around him.
I remember there's videos from that game, like everyone was sitting in like the concourse watch that game, not in the seats.
Too.
Really quick, by comparison, average temperature in Santa Clara in September, 81 degrees.
Toasty.
And I'm telling you, that 81 off that concrete feels 110.
Well, yeah, again, that's the average, which means there's going to be those days like that Niner Cardinal game, which is actually in October, that'll raise that average.
Am I making too much of this, guys? Am I just... I'm trying not to complain, but like when I see the schedule and I'm thinking about, oh my God, we've got all these September day games. Like, what a lemon.
Well, considering the last few years, again, the Niners have always tried to have road games in September or primetime games in September to avoid this exact situation. Like, that's kind of the whole point right there.
They also don't have to, this is a positive for the 49ers. They don't have a lot of East Coast travel, like early game times. Literally, you go to Sunday, October 25th, the first time you're playing at a 10 a.m. start West Coast time against the Atlanta Falcons. Then you got to bye. Then, like I said, you're back home against the Raiders. Dallas is a 125 time over here on the West Coast, and they're only, Texas is 1 or 2 hours ahead. So that's nothing. You got Minnesota back at home, 5:20. Seattle, 120. They have 2 10 a.m. starts, Joe, locally. That's a huge one, and it's against the Falcons and the Giants.
I'm going to show you 2 photos from last year's home opener. Niners, I think it was Cardinals last year. It was roasting.
Oh, that's when Nick Bosa tore his ACL, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I want you to just look at LJ's face.
Oh, his cheeks are rosy as hell. I can barely tell from here.
He looks like we're in the steam room of a sauna. I'm going to show you another one. This is the one.
Dad, get me out of here.
I was pouring water bottles on his head.
My guy's face is rosy as hell. He looks like a cherry tomato.
Face and the jersey the same.
It does look like it.
That was September 21st of last year.
He looks like a tomato.
And we've got 3 straight of those.
I have a funny picture of Benny because he gets the big rosy and sweaty head too, rosy cheek, sweaty head. And he's just I got him a Slurpee the other day. He's just downing it and just drenched in sweat.
I used to love Slurpees.
They're so good. I got the 7-Eleven app too. So
I haven't had one in forever.
They still hit. They got a lot of great flavors.
Well, I know what you need to do today.
Although I told you guys the worst concoction I've ever seen in my life, Benny had the other week. He did Coca-Cola with Sour Patch watermelon. That was disgusting.
Wow.
Dad, it's so good. Have a sip. I was like, all right. Worst thing I've ever drank in my life. And I've had some things, trust me, alcohol-wise.
I'm out.
This was worse. Can we play my game real quick before the injury report? It's gonna be fun, I promise. All right? Give me the game show music. What do you think? You've looked at the schedule, all right? And I'm gonna go through it real quick. Rams, Dolphins, Cardinals, Broncos, Seahawks, Commanders, Falcons, Raiders, Cowboys, Vikings. Obviously, you got the Seahawks again. Giants, Rams, Chargers, Chiefs, Eagles, Cardinals at the end. All right.
The biggest takeaway is you better be good by the time week 12 comes around.
I agree.
Because you got Seahawks, Giants, Rams, Chargers, Chiefs, Eagles. That is like terrifying.
I am asking you, both home and away, what do you think is currently the most expensive ticket out of all of those? I have them all listed right here on ESPN. It has tickets as low as dollar figure for a lot of these games. And one is, I was actually kind of surprised by this. Maybe I shouldn't be, but I was surprised.
Niners, Eagles?
Not Niners, Eagles. That is up there, though. That is listed tickets as low as $224 for that one. That's a Sunday Night Football at Levi Stadium, though. That's sexy.
Cowboys, Niners?
Cowboys, Niners. That's actually interesting, Joe. Tickets as low as $98 for that currently in Dallas. Huh. It's kind of down. It's kind of down. Yeah.
All right. Well, what is it?
That's it. Those are your two. What do you boys in the back?
I mean, I gave two guesses.
Broncos?
It's not the Broncos, but that is up there. Tickets as low as $168. They travel well, Carter. That's a good guess. Sam, do you have any guesses on what could be the most expensive ticket next year?
I mean, I do have it up in front of me, so I'm kind of cheating
Thanks for
already.
cheating. What do you got, Carter?
I've got one more. Is it the Raiders game?
It is the Las Vegas Raiders coming to town on November 8th. Tickets as low as $326 for Raiders-Niners back in the Bay. First time in 4 years. 4 years? 5, 6 years?
That's not very spooky to me.
8 years. Last time they were here was the
Since Money Mullins, right?
Nick Mullins game on Thursday night.
Or they have
Townie was running me in the sidelines for the Oakland Raiders. And boy, what a sad game. That was one of the saddest games ever.
Yeah, that's when Bruce Irvin quit. They got traded, I think, a week later.
Cassius Marsh was dancing. He was doing the karate kicks.
Oh, that was a bad, that was awful.